Hey guys, PN here, and today is just gonna be a short video on how I clear 60 stack forest bandits in Bannerlord Online, and just go through the thought process while in battle. So firstly, you should try and engage doom stacks in plain terrain. I generally try and avoid forests because units like cavalry can easily get stuck in trees, which is when they are most vulnerable to arrow fire. And I am a bit unlucky here, as I still spawn in a forest map. I immediately tell my units to move to the clearing behind us so my crossbows will have a clear shot once the bandits show up across the ridge. I have pretty basic army comp here of crossbows, heavy infantry, and cavalry that are all tier 5. I tell my cavalry units to get in the flank so they don't soak up most of the arrows. My shield units should do that job for them. This is what usually happens when cavalry units fight in forests. You can easily get clipped by trees and other brushes and get rushed by bandits. And 5-on-1 fight with a bandit, even if you have high tier armor and weapons, you don't stand a chance. And once I got my units correctly placed, I order my crossbows to loose formation and my infantry in shield wall. And so right here I see some arrows flying towards my cavalry, and so I tell them to follow me towards a safe spot. Finally, the enemy is exposed to my crossbow fire, and you see my crossbows just racking up the kills. And I tell my infantry units to advance in shield wall so they can be in javelin range. I also tell my cavalry to charge. What this does is further divides the attention of the enemy so that they can't focus down on a single portion of my army so that none of my units get peppered by arrows. And so my cavalry also distracts the enemies and they're forced to turn around. I continue to move up my infantry so they can throw their javelins, and I also tell my cavalry to move to a safe spot again. So the bandits have been attacked on all sides and have lost cohesion. I order a general advance and tell all my units to charge. And of course, it will cheer in the end. And so here you can see I didn't get a single casualty, which isn't always the case. You're bound to get one or two dead or wounded fighting forest bandits, which is well worth it for the money you can